Well, hello everyone once again. We are back. Well, actually, we're not back. It's been 3 years since I've streamed on this channel. But either way, whatever. So yeah, I'm on this page. We'll soon go to the FL Studio page. Basically, this whole live stream here is about how I make these phone tracks that I've released for these many months at this point. And yeah, so with that, we're going to go into FL Studio right now. But before doing that, I have to. You see, actually, you see these the black boxes right here, like these ones here. Yeah, they're because if once I open FL Studio, then don't mind all this stuff. Uh, yeah, don't mind that. But yeah, like basically these. Yeah. So basically, it will basically this has my name in it, so just gotta block that out. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're in FL Studio right now. And yeah, so right now we're just typically in FL Studio right here, as you can see. So yeah. We're going to we have all this stuff. So yeah. So previously I've had let's see. Previously I had um Vengeance, yeah, that track, yeah. So I'm gonna real quick do this. I'm gonna get back to FL Studio here. So yeah. So FL Studio, and we're going to go to Vengeance. So with this one specifically, yeah, so this guy specifically, it'll take some time to load in, but yeah, there's all this stuff in here. And yeah, this guy is complex as hell. But yeah, managed to do all this stuff. Some of this parts, like once I get more of a higher tier in DistroKid, where I release my music through there, then I can go ahead and for example, like there was a bit of an error. For example, like one of these open hats were like a bit right here, but it still didn't make much of a difference. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff here, and yeah. So now we're going to exit out this guy, because yeah, that's a lot of complex stuff, and yeah. Yeah, so that's how that's that, yeah. So we're going to go to regular FL Studio. We're going to go to a brand new clean thing, and yeah. With this, we are going to go ahead and make something completely brand new. And yeah, so basically, you guys have voted. Well, only one person has voted because this channel is kind of dead, unlike my other main gaming channel. But um, basically, on one of my posts, basically on my post right here, I've got so this guy right here, and so basically, to make it with a typical cowbell, so not with like the cowbell that is used in Neon Blade made by Moon Deity or anything, because those cowbells, the reason I'm using them more than any other cowbell nowadays is because holy crap, they're actually so good to make melodies with. Like they are crazy good to make melodies with, and yeah, I was like fucking enjoy my time right there. So yeah, so we're gonna make it a track that's similar to, if I bring Spotify up. um let's see, that's similar to, let's say, Modo Drift right here, like this guy right here. So let's say something like this. Although this one I'm using the cables that are in Cavanos by how did I forget his names? Cavanos by how did I forget his name, bro? No way, dude. But yeah, by Player Phonk, yeah, Player Phonk. So I'm using this. So for this one, I'm using that, and yeah. So that's for this part. And yeah, so that's what I'm using for that. Cavanos styled cables, except that I made my own melody with. And if you look back on our on both of on both me and Player Funk's melodies, it's completely different. While they are similar, it's completely different. Because after all, I was like, you know what? Let me try and make something like this. And yeah, um, wow. And yeah, honestly, Spotify really doesn't know what the hell funk is. At this point, Spotify is thinking that funk is completely like this isn't funk. This is Brazilian funk. Like what is Spotify thinking, bro? This is Brazilian funk, bro. This ain't funk. The hell is Spotify thinking, bro? But yeah, that's for that. Yeah, that's that part. Now we're going to move on and let's see. Yeah. Let's see. I've got a lot of stuff. I've also got a lot of samples. For example, whenever you would search up how to make neon blade on the internet, and then they would have all of these, the entire sample there. I would take the samples from there, and I would have them here. So, for example, this is from like DVRST, like on how to make DVRST's close eyes, that track, that phone track. Um, this is, I believe, one of Moon Deity's tracks called this one, this track for Moon Deity. Definitely, yeah. So I'm not gonna play this because it's obviously copyrighted. But this is the best part. And yeah. So this is that for that one. Yeah, so that's taken from that. Obviously, these aren't exactly the same sounds used in these tracks. They're still different sounds. These sounds are obviously not made by producer. Like pretty much none of these sounds are really made by Moon Deity. They're all completely sampled. For those who don't know. And yeah, so we've got all this stuff. As you can see, I took that guy as well. Though I'm not. I mean, let's see how he is. Let me slow him down real quick. So I'm going to slow it down here. Um, damn, that's crazy. And then with him being very, very sped up like this. Wow. So, I mean, honestly, not the worst, but definitely not something I'd use in my typical tracks. But yeah, so that's that. I've also got these other drum visors. Thing is, again, these drum visors are not made by the artists themselves. They're sampled. As you can see, I've also sampled them. But yeah, so this is that. So yeah, that's that, and this is this. So that's that. Yeah, so luckily I've now got something that I can actually use as a visor, basically. I've actually tried to make my own drum visor before and see if I can do it, and I miserably failed at it. I just can't do it. I don't know I don't know how them people do it. I just don't know how they manage to make these drum visors, but okay. So let's go ahead, and I've also got these guys as well. Particularly this guy. This guy I may take as that. I may use this guy as an 808, but I'm not too sure. That aside, so yeah, let's do this now. Cowbells, and yeah, so we've got Kranos, the one I used there. Yeah, so that's the one I used. I'm not sure why this is called a hentai bell, but apparently it is. I have no idea why it's called that, but sure, sure. And house bell. This is that one. This is the one that I use in my track called Violence in all capital letters. Yeah. Well, no, I don't think exactly this cowbell, rather a different cowbell that sounds very, very similar or nearly the same to this one. So yeah. Now let's go for like some cowbell. Let's see. Uh let's see, because there's a ton of cowbells. Even hotel cowbells. Yeah. There is a lot of cowbells, and there's even this stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff here, but yeah, these ones with the melodies and stuff, we're not using obviously because we're making our own melody, yeah. So we're going to be seeing, we're going to be getting the exact perfect cowbell here. It's going to be a long run at this. So at first we're going to have a pattern one right here. We're going to stretch it out to make it extremely long. But then once we like, if I make a melody that's like a capo melody that's like up to 2 here or up to 3 here, then I can cut it like that. And I can just power and then I can just repeat this on and on. So that's how I'll do it. So that's how I do all these things and yeah. So we're either gonna move it down up to 10 because what's the point of having it up to like fucking 20 million? But yeah, let's see. I want the perfect cowbell, similar to Carano's cowbell. That's the one that I used in one track that I feel like I should delete. I'm not sure. Like that one track. Let me show you what that is. It's this track right here. Well, this album to be fair. This track. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really the biggest fan of this track. But yeah, this track I'm not that much of a fan of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm honestly not even a fan of this track. I mean, it's not that bad. The part with the vocals part is the best part, obviously. Yeah, so that's the best part in my opinion, but still, it's just this just sucks, dude. It's just I feel like I should delete this. I don't know. Sometimes at college I would skip this track whenever it's playing, and sometimes I will play out. But yeah, yeah, half the time I'll just skip this track whenever it comes up randomly because I don't have Spotify Premium, so yeah. But that aside, uh, let's see. So let's take some cowbell from some part. Is she the same cab? Okay, I'm going to keep in mind to delete this cable right here. Um, because it's the same thing. I remember that small part right there, as you can see, that little smaller circular kind of shaped thing. Not exactly circular shaped, but you know what I mean. I mean, I'm good because like yeah, this guy just no. If anything, this guy is up there. So like, yeah, play this guy right here. Somewhere like it's like somewhere here, just like they put it like up a bit like this much or something, and then they just was like, yeah, let's do this, and yeah, I don't know why that's there, but okay. So let's see. Uh, nope. That feels like a Brazilian funk type of cable melody. I'm not doing that. Okay, let's see. I remember whenever I first got this whole plugin, I was like, oh my days, there's too many cables to use from, and I'm not going to be able to use any of them because all of them sound the same. In reality, I'm now using a lot of them, and yeah. But let's see. I would normally just go like this to find the perfect cowbell, and whatever sounds decent, I'll just go like if I'm like this and then something just sounded good on this stereo, I'll just be like, okay, what was that sound? And then I'll just find it like, oh, okay, it's this one, and yeah. Man, there's really not too many stuff out there, man. There really ain't much out here. Goddamn. You know, I remember trying to use this cowbell, um, and honestly, it's not the best. I mean, the cowbell it doesn't sound bad, but like I don't know. Let's see if I can use this cowbell again. Let's see. So like I'll just go like this. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it sometimes kind of sucks. Obviously, I'm not gonna. Obviously, I didn't mean to actually put them into put a bit lower here, but yeah, that's way too far. Yeah, so that's kind of what I did. That's literally this is the exact thing I did before whenever I use this cowbell, because it sounded like this sounded like it could be cool, but in reality, just like it just wasn't really the best or anything, and yeah, so generally just wasn't really the best, and yeah. So that's why I don't use this cowbell. Although I would absolutely love to use it, but whatever, it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. Uh, suppose I could use this cable. This is the same cable I use in my track Neon Core. But yeah, I suppose I could use it again. So we're gonna first of all increase this guy here. This beats per minute, so BPM. And we're going to do this. We'll cut itself, meaning that it won't sound like, as you can see, a lot of these went into each other. It won't be like that anymore, so it'll be like this. Yeah, so that's how it'll be. Um, so let's do that. Right now I'm going for a rather simplistic type of. I realize this is also my Kirk live sub count. Hold on, let me fix that. Oh my god. I was like, wait a minute, why do I have 923 subscribers? It's not for this channel. It's for my other channel. That's fine. This way is. We're not AI robots that perfect everything. Let me do that. Let me fix it up, lol. Meaning probably, I don't know. Okay, let me just do that though. Let me fix this live sub count thing up. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going for more simplistic cable, and yeah, this simplistic cable isn't really too much. It's okay, I'd say. It's nothing really that much, and yeah. So let me just fix this. Let me fix this live sub count that's right here. Um, and yeah, cause that's just realized now that it's not exactly perfect. So let me just do that real quick, and yeah. Okay. I'll have to really. Oh, I could just hide it. I don't know. Should I even have it here? I don't know. Disappearing it. I mean, suppose. Do I need the live sub count? I mean, like, not really. Just weird, I guess. It's not really like a mouse much. Either way, whatever. Whatever. Okay. So, so rather going for like a okay. I know these other guys are like, this guy's like, rather like these guys have one, two, three, and then this guy's one, two, three, four. Though let's see if I guess it doesn't really sound that bad. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so we got five then. Okay, that's probably among my bigger cabo melodies then. Okay, so this is kind of where I plan to put the 808 where the 808 would start. Can't do them exactly at the start. That's just like beginner type of thing, you know. A beginner would do that probably. Me who wants a nice, perfect sounding track doesn't want that, so yeah. So now let's move on to the cowbells and stuff, and obviously I've got my typical cowbell here. Yeah, the same one used in Neon Blade and stuff, and yeah. So let's go to I do have some 808s right here. But we are going to go on to let's see what this guy has. Oh yeah, remember. I'd have the one here. Could use this guy. Let's see. So we're going to bring up this guy right here, and we're going to put this guy right here. So it's going to sound probably a bit hideous. Of course it will. Um, we want it to be in the sweet spot, not in these kind of ass spots. Oh my god, that's the exact perfect spot. That is perfect. That right there is perfect, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're gonna place him here. And yeah, now what we are going to do is we are going to use loop points. This means that like right now we can't do it. Right now it's looped. And then we're going to get this guy here because basically it'll I think it'll wait. Yeah, it just fucks it up. Yeah, yeah. I'm not all that familiar what some of these guys do. For example, this guy I'm not too familiar what he does, but I know he like delays it in a way or something. In terms of like this guy, yeah, we're gonna just do our typical thing. So we're gonna put the delay right here a bit above, right? As you can see, like a small, tiny amount of green right there in the circle. So as you can see, that gets rid of that ugly sound. Yeah, the sound is right there. And now it's not because the green thing right there, because the delay is added on basically. With this, we are going to go ahead and also put in the hold to the maximum, because that basically ensures that it will just be held straight on. This guy, we're going to put this guy, and that guy. So now it's like a box basically, and we're going to increase the volume. There we go. So now that's perfect. So now we're also gonna rename color, I guess 808 and color something like, I don't know, purple, because why not? And yeah, although of course it's slate blue, who cares? It's purple in reality, even though it looks blue a bit, I'm real. Okay, we're going to, uh, there we go, kind of looks like purple now. Okay, so that's that. Now we are going to go ahead and, yeah, so now we're going to add another pattern right here, pattern 2. I never give a damn about renaming these patterns. I can never name these patterns from pattern 2 to like 8 weights or whatever. I just named I just have them kept on pattern 2, as you saw also in my check vengeance whenever I opened it up earlier. That one I also had it as just straight up pattern 2, whatever the hell. And yeah, so now we can do this. So I do have I have the producer edition in FL Studio, meaning that this guy Edison will basically this plugin called Edison, he will basically save no matter what. So before like whenever I had Fruity Edition before, Edison would just like fuck off and he would be like, yeah, nah, I'm out, goodbye. Nowadays he's like with Producer Edition on FL Studio, he's just casually staying as if nothing's happening, and yeah. So yeah, and that's that. So so we're gonna do it like right here. I may change this part to be a bit like or like this part to be this part, so like I would change this part to be in C5 right here. So yeah. So let's increase him a bit here. And yeah, let's just increase him a bit here. And yeah, so what we've currently got here is this guy going like this, and then okay, that's a bit too much. not too bad, honestly, really not too bad. So yeah, we've currently got some decent progress here. Cool. Come on. Okay. Typical. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So yeah, we've currently got it like this. So yeah, this is how it's currently done. So yep, not too bad, not too bad. And of course it ends here. So what we are going to do now is we're going to change it up a bit. So actually, let me real quick see. Actually, no, we don't. You see, yeah, this guy's going main here because if I move this guy to if I move this guy right here, as the same as this guy right here, then it will kind of be a bit messy. Where if I put him like right here, then yeah, it just sounds messy right there, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it down there. We're gonna force it down there. We're gonna force it to stay down there like a good boy. Okay, I'm chilling. I'm joking. But yeah. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna force it to stay down there like a good boy. Okay, so yeah. So that's now that. And now, I would like for vocals, I do plan to like let's see how good it sounds without the vocals and then with the vocals. Cause if it sounds with the vocals, if it sounds good without the vocals, then sure we can finish this off without the vocals. And if it sounds good with the vocals, well, I'm going to like attempt to like sample them and stuff off stream, cause some old Memphis tracks, well, rather raps, some old Memphis raps are still kind of copyrighted to this day. I don't want to get hit with a copyright on this channel, and yeah. So yeah, well, I'm going to just uh once we basically like another stream. Once we get this sorted, so like once let's say part two, we are already in good progress with this track, then ultimately we can go ahead and we can just go ahead and configure the vocals, and then yeah, we can fix them to the liking of this track, and then yeah. Will this track be released legally? Probably if it gets done, and we'll probably figure if it sounds really good. If it doesn't sound the best, then it's not the worst thing, but it's okay, I suppose. But yeah, like I suppose if it doesn't, if I suppose if I don't release this legally, like through my distributor, then it's fine. It's just an experimental track that way then. But yeah, this is normally how I would make the tracks and stuff. And yeah, so now let's go ahead and add in some kicks. And just I've been using these kicks for like nearly every single one of my tracks. It's I've heard these kicks like a billion times by now, but I still keep forgetting how they sound, so I keep on having to keep on having to go back and stuff. And yeah, this doesn't sound too bad. Let's add in this guy then. So yeah, so what you're gonna do is do that, and yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Nice, okay. So now we're going to do the close hats. This one doesn't sound too bad. Let's do this guy. Suppose you can do him like right here. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. I hope I won't get hit with a copyright strike, because imagine if YouTube thinks that I'm like remaking a track, the copyrighted track. So I hope hopefully I won't get hit with a copyright, because imagine if YouTube thinks that I'm making some like remaking some copyrighted track, which I would definitely never do that. If anything, I make my own stuff. So yeah, so we're going to add in the cabels right here. So we're going to channel route this guy to here. And yeah, that'll allow me to like, so now you hear it, and now you hear it, now you don't, now you hear it, now you don't. So yeah, basically. So we're going to add in the 808 here as well, and the kick right here, and the hat right here. Let's decrease the volume of the hat right here, and yeah. I definitely would recommend using headphones for this. Because that or earphones, AirPods, or whatever the hell, because it would definitely sound better that way. If it doesn't sound the best, then that would probably be the reason why. But yeah. So yeah, not too bad. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So now we're gonna add in the snares. Actually, I should have probably done the snares like earlier before the close house, but it is what it is, I guess. So let's do the snares. Okay, yeah. Honestly, normally I normally take some time to find some good snares, but surprisingly, I'm taking them quicker than usual to find them. Right. Okay, let's increase. Let's do that, and we're gonna move into the left here. How does he sound again? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, suppose you can replace a guy, cause I feel like it's a bit mixing in with the kick there. So yeah. Again, don't mind about how these how don't mind about all these names, like don't mind about like this guy, why this guy has this name. These are all by the plugin, like by the people who made the plugin. So yeah, I don't even know why this guy is also named like that, but probably will delete him soon. Let's see. I also do have the 6 one as well. So this guy is we're not gonna use him since he's like the typical classic snare. Okay, I suppose this guy isn't too bad. I'm gonna do him then. You stupid idiots! You're meant to do that. There we go. That is so low volume. gonna changing a bit. Yeah, we're gonna change a bit up here. Fantastic. Not too bad, not too bad. So what we're gonna do now, for the 808 particularly, we're gonna go ahead and get an automation clip right here. With this, we're going to fade the 808 as soon as kicks hit. So what we're gonna do is, let's see. Particularly I'm gonna particularly for this guy, and then like right here. Let's also go and let's see. Pitch shifter is normally paid, so that's why it says trial version. Because I have to pay £85 for this guy to save every time. But each time I come back to like a track like Vengeance. Vengeance uses pitch shifter a lot, but when every time I come back to it, I have the stats recorded. So for example, if I move this guy like -2 or -4, then ultimately I will record a small video with that where I will like record that like this is that and then this other pitch shifter is that and then I would have it like that saved in a way. So yeah. So that way I can keep on having pitch shifter here permanently and yeah. Yeah, honestly, pitch shifter only pitch shifter. This is mainly like not the exact uh perfect sort of 808 to do it with, but it's rather experimental in a way. But we'll see anyways. Nah. But the 808s sound like fucking alien 808s, dude. The fucking futuristic 808s, lol. Though I do like futurism, so cool, I guess. Okay. Okay, let's see. So that's now that. Alright, not that bad. Yeah, not bad that overall, not bad, okay. Uh, so, um, so I would definitely vocals wouldn't be that bad to add in, but, we'll see anyways. Um, but yeah, okay, Vox is basically like the typical stuff as you can see. We're not gonna talk about that, okay? If anything, I should delete Vox entirely, because it's pretty much useless for me. So yeah, but I don't know. Movie clips is in like well, basically sounds from the movie. So whenever someone talks, uh, kind of lol. Anyways, so let's see. FX. Why the fuck is your school a law? We're not gonna talk about that, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. I suppose you could add in this vinyl here, it's not that bad. And the vein as well, cause yeah. We're gonna move these guys down here. It's honestly been a long time since I've added in a vinyl here. Now, if you guys are wondering what the fuck does vinyl mean, I don't even know that either. I just know that a vinyl is a vinyl. I just see it as sound effects. I don't actually know what the fuck the word itself means. Yeah, I'm actually being serious. Okay, so that's now that. Suppose you could move these guys up here. Okay. Honestly, I thought this stream would take hours for me to do. You know what? Surprisingly, it's not even taking hours for me to do. So surprisingly, it's taking like fucking only a couple of minutes to like do all this stuff. At this point, Mo, this stream is gonna be like fucking 1 hour long. Pow, it's ended already. But yeah, so this stream surprisingly, wow, okay. No, we're not gonna have ocean sound effects. The sound effects of when it's like 6 a.m. in the morning and then birds are cheeping and then animals are there. I don't know. I don't know. The only reason why I set like at 6 a.m. specifically is because definitely I have gone multiple times, well a few times previously, where I would just like fucking stay awake until like fucking what like until basically the morning time, like not like 3 a.m. in the morning or something. I mean like fucking 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I mean those times when I was just well, that's stuff when I was younger, like whenever I was stupid and fucking idiotic, whenever I was just a general piece of shit, you know. I mean, I was a piece of shit in terms of like knowledge and stuff. In terms of like regular stuff, I don't know, school, whatever, I would just be chill and stuff, and yeah. Although I actually suck at education. I suck so badly at education that we're not gonna go over that. I generally suck so bad at education stuff. So yeah. To the point where I'm like literally redoing my GCSEs a bit, particularly English. For math, I am in functional skills, no longer GCSEs. Yay, makes my life easier. But I also have to revise it more. Fun. But anyways, yeah, so now that's that. Or I could do it like this. Hell. Yeah, we're doing like that. So what I'm going to be doing here is doing kind of what in a way what Moon Deity did with his 808s, because this, I don't know, man, just that 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern, just it's okay, but it just, I don't know, just doesn't feel like it works here properly. It works, but not properly, basically. And yeah, I just would fade the fucking 808, so that's how I was able to do it in previous tracks, because yeah, like doing it like this. So yeah, heck, I can even do it like this, and then it'll just be like that. But yeah. Oh, that works, I guess. Let's just get rid of these parts now, real quick. I feel like I'm copying fucking Neon Blade at this point, where it would like where Moon Deity gets rid of the kicks and the snares and leaves a hat in. But I don't know, man. Is there any other way that could be cool sounding? I deadass cannot think of a way. Fuck, man. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to stick to just using the fucking hat for this one. I would rather take a different approach, but I generally have done this approach so many. I've done this exact approach so many times, even without even like I've done this approach so many times. Like even before, whenever I didn't really listen to Neon play that much, to the point I just can't really think of any other approach. Lol. You know what? I actually could add in vocals. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, 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 100%. It will be copied like this, but this time there will be vocals. But I'll do that tomorrow. So, yeah. So since this surprisingly, I would I literally expected the stream to take like 10 million years, like fucking 5 hours or some shit, like maybe 2 hours per max. But surprisingly, this stream is much quicker than just 2 minutes, which is surprise 2 hours. Not 2 minutes. 2 minutes, fucking hell, man. It's already way beyond 2 minutes. Fucking, yeah, you know. But yeah. So that's that. We're going to, I don't know. I wouldn't say end the stream, but let's see if there's anything more we could add in. Or if I like reverse it. This guy, not the other guy. Nah. Nah, that just sounds so weird, dude. Okay, what if I just like, yeah, so basically I do the panning, and then for this guy as well. So this will basically, so the sound will only be in this part for the first one, so only like to the left side, and then the second part will be to the right side. Forgot the vinyl here, throughout the vinyl it kind of gets a bit quieter and stuff, but completely forgot about that, so now I just remembered. I've used these vinyls I've used these vinyls like so many times before in my tracks that I basically know this by memory. That it gets quieter after like a bit of time, then it goes back to having sound. Now, let's see. I'm gonna add in a automation clip here for this. Okay, yeah, this, yeah, 100% this is good, yeah, yeah. So it will be definitely like where it just goes like this. I'm gonna lower the volume down in a way. This guy's particularly going to be just like to make the sound just like come back to its usual state. So just going to do this, and there we go. Did fuck this part up a bit though. I'm gonna reduce this over time, so these guys will all be different. So I'll have like a billion automation clips from this, and yeah. This basically takes precise skill in a way, so yeah. So gotta be quiet for this, cause yeah. And yeah, cool. So now, you know how I got to that kind of like let me show you here. So on my track Vengeance, this part, you know how I got that visor there? Yeah, like where it starts like that. Yeah, that one. Basically, that visor I got from a kick. Oh fuck. Do you know how exactly? Simple. Insert a kick in. Make him like fucking lengthier than he already is. or whatever, and then reverse him. As you can see already, we got some results here. And then we're going to add him in here. Mainly since this kick is barely going to be configured at all, unlike these other guys here. These other guys are going to be more configured than the kick, so the kick is going to be here. For example, these are why these guys are here, because they're going to be never configured again once they're put in. So that's why they're at the back, and the front is mainly where the things go, where the main things that get configured go, and yeah. So we're gonna do this. So let's do a quick test out the kick here. So what we're going to do is how we're going to get that sound that I got in Vengeance. We're going to have this wave shape, or this 3D wave shape. I'm not sure how you can do this in Ableton. Not sure I can do this fucking thing that I did in Vengeance from Ableton, like not sure how you can do this in Ableton, because like Ableton is like, you know what Cortel uses and stuff. I'm not sure how you can like do stuff there, obviously because I'm more familiar and stuff, and yeah. So what we're gonna do is have this stuff here. There we go. And there you have the results, just like that. So that's now that. So I'm going to have to do is okay. Since it's for the whole thing, it's like everything here basically. Okay. So what we're gonna do is basically do this guy. Do exactly what we did here. Well, like I just really need to do it like once this guy, because then as you can see they'll like splittable like this, and yeah. So I'm going to check on how this exactly is done. Okay, okay, right there. Okay, yeah, so just slow this guy down a bit. Yeah, I definitely do understand if this is boring, but I mean, like, this is how music is made. You have to, as an introvert, I just don't talk much. And I am the same introvert that manages the gaming channel. Yep, because I know how to make music and edit videos at the same time and make thumbnails at the same time. I just have too much skills and yet I suck at education. Fantastic. So now that we've got this guy on board, let's go to this guy now. I'm gonna copy this entirely and yeah. Okay, so this guy's actually surprisingly like the same thing in a way, basically. Oh, okay, never mind, a bit lower though, actually. Okay. Well, whatever, I guess. Fuck. Okay, it's reversed this. So yeah, this guy. Okay, yeah, okay, I see, I see. Well, doesn't really matter. I'ma just do it like this. So what I'll do is go ahead and do it like this, guy. And then do this. Okay. I can't even specify what I'm doing here. Don't even know how to say it. Okay, so volume 2, this guy's gonna go here up to about here. Perfect. So now we can get rid of these master volumes. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure how you can like group them, like how you can do in File Explorer to just delete them. I never even learned that. I don't even know if that's a feature in FL Studio, but yeah, so I'll just manually do it like this every time. And yeah. Now let me see how it sounds. Damn. That is wild, okay. And yep, we basically just copy and paste the same kick over and yeah. Well, yep. So already that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 audio clips. With Fruity Edition, I would only be limited to 8. Meaning that, yeah, good thing I have Producer Edition. Without Producer Edition, I would be cooked. Without Producer Edition, I'll be absolutely fucking cooked, dude. But yeah, so now that this is done, yeah, let me fix up this guy real quick. Because he goes kind of like a little too far, like, well, not too fast, but like a little too quiet quickly. Okay. So yeah, nice already. Yeah, that's good. Yep, that's real good. Yep, that's perfect. To me, that is perfection right there. Yeah, excellent. So with that, that's yeah. So now, I will definitely sample the vocals since that's the next thing you need to do here to fit in right here. I'll in the meanwhile go ahead and real quick copy and paste this over here. And yeah. So yeah, with that, probably will end off the stream right here. Because yeah, next thing I need to do is do the vocals, which again, Memphis vocals can be a bit copyrighted. Thing is, Phonk is that if Phonk is in that neutral gray zone area where even if the song is copyrighted and all that stuff, you can still just like without the instruments in the background, you can just you can record the song, I mean the vocals, not the instruments in the background, but the vocals particularly, the lyrics, and just like add them into your own track, and then pow, you can make it absolutely, you can turn your track into a masterpiece with that. So yeah, with that, that's how I was able to turn my track Motor Drift to have something to be completely cool and stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm going to turn this guy like right here. So yeah. Yo, what's up? Bato Den, what's poppin'? I am kind of like thinking of end the stream already since I'll have to continue tomorrow because vocals and stuff. But suppose you could do a bit of a chatting moment, if you wanna. And yeah. So yeah, this is currently the progress of the track, and yeah, the main progress of the track, and yeah. So that's that at the moment, and yeah. My channel is like so unpopular that like well mainly the music channel which is the channel that I'm streaming on. This channel is like really quite unpopular. Like yeah, it's gained some popularity, but it's quite unpopular because like 50 subs only, well around 55 subs or something like that, 58 I believe. I believe 58 subs or something. I'm not exactly sure. And while my main channel, the gaming channel, has 923 subs. Am I correct? I don't even know myself. Yes, indeed, it is 923 subs. My music channel being a 58 subs, indeed. Okay. So yeah, yeah, so that's that. So now I'm going to just yeah again have to add in the vocals and stuff for this other part. And yeah, so this is just gonna be a part one. Well, yeah, part one to this, and yeah, I love this part, lol. I will also be sure to fade the 808s off stream, cause like definitely on stream I'll just like be doing barely anything, but I'll be sure to fade the 808s, this part, the 808s. I'll fade cables, which are right here on the top already faded. For the 808s, just need to fade them. Although I do have the thingy volume right here already, so So basically, I can just kind of like start right here to fade it, and yeah, like right here, and then it fades, and then it just goes back to normal here, and yeah. In the meanwhile, that's done. Also, expect on the main gaming channel, which is linked on the homepage of this channel that I'm streaming on right now, I will be posting out a video and a short along with the video. So yeah. That aside, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, or well, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll be streaming tomorrow, on my main channel. I don't really know. I'll have to decide and stuff. I'll have to check schedules and stuff, and yeah. So that aside, that's all that there is right now. There's 5 patterns in total, and yeah, with that, I'm gonna basically see you later. Well, tomorrow particularly, and yeah. So see you later. Peace out, and yeah, that's all for today. For next day, well, for whatever day that I'll decide on, will be more streams of this, and yeah. Alright, peace out.